me stop.
So how would you characterize that first half?
We were a little sluggish, a little bit. The coaching staff said to us in the huddle, like, we got to attack the zone. We really weren't aggressive in the zone, so especially when we came in for halftime. So we started when they went zone, started to attack the zone, got good looks, and we hit shots. So it was a better second half than the first half for sure.
You both had big plays to kind of ignite that second half. Jamari, you hit the three. Zed, you had the back-to-back buckets and the shot clock violation. What did those moments, how much did you guys need something to spark you and get you going after the way the first half went?
We needed that a lot, especially, like you said, the first half was like one of the worst first halves we played all season. So we just needed something like a spark to get us going, and I feel like that's the spark we needed.
Talking about the defensive play, we, as you said, we need stops. Defense creates offense. So by us getting stops, it gives us energy, and we go down there and score the ball, and he hits big shots. I told Jamari all the time, when I pass you the ball, please shoot the ball. And he still doesn't shoot it when I pass him the ball. So, trying to up my assist numbers. But yeah, I tell him every time I pass out, shoot the ball, and be confident. So yeah.
Jamari, why do you think that was one of your worst? You said it was one of the worst halves of the season. Why do you think that was the case?
We just wanted ourselves, especially me. Them 2 dumb fouls early in the game kind of took me out my game. Then just we wasn't aggressive at all on the offensive end. Just standing there, wasn't attacking the goal, offensive rebound. We were just lazy, basically. But we picked it up second half. We needed that.
It seemed like, there were moments in that first half where you guys kind of were able to step up defensively. Whether it's that Cedric double dribble or the eventual kind of Kyle Young kind of forced a shot at the end of the shot clock, but it didn't turn into offense like you were saying. What kind of clicked there in that second half to allow the defense to kind of create momentum on that offensive side?
Just keep doing what we're doing. We felt like first half we played good defense. We just knew shots gonna fall. We couldn't control that, and just take care of the ball. We had a bunch of sloppy turnovers first half also. So just keep doing what we're doing on defense and turn defense into offense, and that's the best. That's how we want to play, get turnovers and play in transition. So we feel like that's the easy way to score and the way we want to play. So just focus on the defense and everything take care of itself.
And it seemed like, turnovers were something that kind of plagued you guys early in the year, and it seemed like something that you guys kind of got away from. What was it that allowed them to rear their head there in the first 20 minutes?
Not being aggressive. We just standing around the zone, not giving the shots they're gonna take us, trying to force it, things like that. So just not playing our game. That's basically what we did.
Jamari, when you pick up those 2 early fouls, what are you thinking as you sit on the bench there for a few minutes, and then how did you kind of snap back into it there in the second half?
I was hard on myself because I did it in Michigan. I want to say that I had 2 early fouls, so just knowing I gotta be smarter than that. I keep taking myself out of game, especially like that, but I didn't want to take that away from my aggressiveness on the defense end because that's what I do. So I just gotta adjust with the game, see how the ref calling it early, but I just had to stand there, to keep my head in the game, because coach told me, he was like, you going back in first half, just keep your head into it and things like that. So
how do you balance that sort of aggressive mindset? You've been one of the best steals guys in the league for a few years now, but there's also possessions where you're really directing traffic out there and making sure the switches are on point and stuff. How do you balance when to be the aggressive guy who's going to gamble for a steal as opposed to the guy who's going to be sort of the quarterback, for lack of a better term, is getting everybody in the right spots?
Right. Just pick my chance. Just pick it out. Don't do it every play. That's something that Coach Hartman do it. You got to pick your spots throughout the game when you want to be aggressive, and just reading the refs. They call in ticky-top fouls, then don't be as much aggressive I want to be, but just coming in knowing they had a good guard on the other team, that was something I was focused on. Just going out there, try to get stops and be aggressive. Don't let him get started earlier, but obviously refs took me out of that. But just
You be fouling though.
sometimes.
It did seem like you found a way to affect that in the second half without fouling, obviously.
Right.
How did you, get to that point?
I don't know, just being me, basically being me. I feel like they let me free up a little bit more on the defensive end, play a little bit more aggressive, but I wasn't going to stop playing aggressive. Even though they was going to keep calling it, I wasn't going to let that change my game. I was just going to keep being, make the refs, put it in the refs' hands to call it or not call it.
Jamari, Minnesota's coach said that they dared you to take some threes, sagged off a little bit. When teams do that, how important is it that you not only take those, but you make them?
Very important. I love when they do that. Easy points for me. I don't know why teams keep backing off, but I'll take it and just get it. But like I said, I feel like that the defense, the early fouls affected me first half also on the offensive end. Like I was just so much in my head that I was missing shots that I knew I supposed to hit and I could hit. So just taking the shots they give me. They're going to give it to me. I'm going to take it all day.
How much of handling that type of situation is you being a veteran and having been through this before, as opposed to maybe early in your career that gets to you even more than what it did in the first half?
Yeah, played a big role. Like you said, if I was younger, like my freshman or sophomore year, it definitely would have got to me throughout the whole game. But I knew I had a whole another second half to bounce back and things like that. And especially like in the Big Ten, you can't hold on to stuff because every possession matters, no matter if it's home or away. So just shaking it off and just being who I am, second half.
Jamari, the whole team's daring you to shoot. At what point in the game do you actually notice that they're doing that?
I noticed from the beginning. Right when I got back in, I just wanted to get my rhythm, my flow, because I early fouls that kind of got me out my flow. So I was just trying to get my flow, get steals, get easy baskets here and there. But second half, I feel like I just came out with my flow and just knocked the shots down that they gave me.
So when you do notice it, obviously you're not going to try to force it, but how do you kind of know, all right, I need to start getting my shot going now versus when I need to continue to run the offense?
Yeah, be aggressive. That's my thing. Just be more aggressive on that, especially when they're going to give it to me. And I notice, like you say, don't force shots, but take the good ones for sure.
Zed, we talked with Chris Holtmann a lot this past week, and he mentioned how you and the coaching staff have had conversations about being tough on the inside, defensively and whatnot, especially against Hunter Dickinson at Michigan, and then tonight with Minnesota. I think you had a shot clock violation where you were really excited after forcing Minnesota to get into one of those. How have you taken what the coaches have told you about being more physical and just tougher on the defensive end and really applied it over the last handful of games?
Yeah, well, speaking with the coaching staff, they're like, you have to get better on defense. Like, you're like the anchor on the back, like the back line. So in ball screens and like rotating over, like they said, you have to be better. Like teams are scoring like too easy in the paint. So trying to build on that every game. Get better on that every game. And just going to the shot clock, the shot clock violation, that was a tough defensive stop. Like we needed that. It brings it's as you see, like the crowd got into it, and we got behind the energy, and we just kept it rolling. So we need those plays, and I need to be better every game on defense.
And this could be for either of you. I mean, last week after the win at Michigan, Chris Holtmann clamored for E.J. Liddell to be more involved in the national conversation, Conference Player of the Year and whatnot. He scores 4 points in the first half, then comes back for a double-double in the second half. How have you seen E.J. just be so integral to the offense to where he can play the first half like how he did, but then come roaring back in the second half?
He's a great player. He deserves to be running for the National Player of the Year.
He should be Player of the Year.
Yeah,
definitely.
Literally.
He played both ends too. He'll be a shot blocker for us too. A lot of big time players don't do that. They usually focus on one end, but I feel like he do it on both. And he binding more on the defense end, but definitely got my vote for Player of the Year for sure.
You see on both in the games, big shots, going off 35, 30, just shows it time and time again that he's one of these one of the best players, if not the best player in the country in college.
Thank y'all.